Tonight, we report on the Grant County Democrats Convention and how a Seattle Seahawk made one girl's prom very special. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Big Bend baseball gets back on the winning track. Stick around to find out how the Vikings turn things around. Here's a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Good to be with you, everybody. Pretty quiet weather overnight tonight across our immediate area. There is a series of storm systems in the forecast. I'll let you know how those could impact our immediate region.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Garden Oasis Assisted Living is restricting visitors to the Ephrata facility after 2 residents died during a flu outbreak. A spokesperson stated the Grant County Health District was notified that 2 of Garden Oasis residents have died due to influenza-like related complications. Both had other high-risk medical conditions. Last week, Columbia Basin Hospital asked the public to avoid visiting the hospital, use masks if they did, and they took other precautions due to an outbreak of the flu. Garden Oasis Assisted Living is now using the same prevention methods. The Grant County Democrats gathered for their annual convention at the fairgrounds on Saturday. Here with the story is Bill Stevenson and Vivian Huang.
The annual Grant County Democrat Convention was this Saturday at the Democrat Building at the Grant County Fairgrounds. At the convention, a delegate and an alternate to the State Democrat Convention in Spokane were elected. Attendees of the convention discussed 19 proposed resolutions. Some resolutions include a call for immigration reform, a need for education reform, convening a state constitution convention to address money in politics, a voting rights amendment, and many more.
We know that we are not nearly as large as the Republican Party in Grant County, but we also do know that there are a lot of people who are thinking Democrat, are voting Democrat, but are hesitant to make that known publicly.
For more information about the Grant County Democrats, you can call Louis Logan at 509-765-7305. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Bill Stevenson.
Thank you. Quincy residents have a new place to get rid of unused medication. The Quincy Police Department, along with the City of Quincy, Communities That Care, Safe Kids Grant County, and the Grant County Health District installed a drop box for people to leave their unused medications. The box is located outside of the police department at 104 B Street Southwest. The box is for prescription, over-the-counter, and animal medications. Police officers will dispose of the drugs along with other illegal drugs in an incinerator. According to the Grant County Health District, unused drugs tossed in the garbage or flushed down the drain can impact health and the environment. The drop box is the 3rd in Grant County. Ephrata Police opened the first one in 2011, and Moses Lake Police opened the 2nd in 2012. Warden Police are working to open a 4th one later in the year. Children descended on Connolly Park to go fishing on Saturday. Reporter Vivian Huang has the story.
The Moses Lake Irrigation and Rehabilitation District offered kids a chance to have fun during their annual Columbia Basin Kids Fishing Derby.
This is the first event before the parks even open to the public. They get everything cleaned up. They work with the Department of Fish and Wildlife and with Trout Lodge. The launch bay here is loaded with rainbow, and there's some dandies, let me tell you. Families come down here, enjoy a morning of fishing.
Children were sorted into groups of 25 at Connolly Park for activities such as stamping, knot tying, casting, safety, and of course, fishing.
Wow, I think it has a really positive effect, don't you, Beth?
Absolutely.
We want to help rehabilitate the lake as part of what we're doing. So the beauty of this is kids get out, they learn how to fish, and they get a prize for it. We want to encourage them to do that. And when the day is over, we put the fish into the lake. So they're there to grow and for other fishermen on the lake as well. We're having a great day down here. The kids are our catching fish. I would say at this point, this is our biggest catch day for any fishing derby we've had so far, and we just started, so it's all good.
Each child had the opportunity to catch 2 fish, and weighing and cleaning stations were provided for kids to bring home their winnings.
Children and kids, a lot of them are having their first opportunity to catch a fish, and in particular a trout. So it exposes them to the sport of fishing and to a family activity that's a lot of fun. And of course, at the same time, we have the opportunity to show off Connolly Park, which is around us, and the facility that's here. That's been an asset to this community for somewhere in the neighborhood of the last 50 years.
5-year-old Brendan Redford caught a 2-pound 10-ounce trout, winning first place in the 8 a.m. round. And 11-year-old Cassandra Ragland caught a 2-pound 3-ounce trout, winning first place in the 9:30 round. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Vivian Huang.
Thank you, Vivian. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.